Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're going to look at how to submit winning Upwork proposals that will get you to interviews. So a lot of my subscribers and also people have been following me on most of my social media, and they're like, how do you submit proposals that will bring clients or that will win jobs? So many have been coming to my inboxes and I've been responding to them. So I thought it would be a wise idea I make a video out of this so that it can reach more people. So we're going to look at how to send a winning proposal. So the point here is not how to send proposal, because most of you are like, Paul, how comes I've sent over 100 of proposals and I'm not getting interviewed? So it's either you are sending a proposal that is not fit for you, or there is some key points that you are not looking to them. So in this video, the basic things that we're going to look is the 3 roles of proposals. So before that, make sure that you have a right job post to your skills. So I'm going to add this, though it was not to be mentioned on this video, but I think it's one of the basic necessity before we dive into sending proposals. So one, will have to identify the right job post to bid for our proposals. And I think after that is when you can look at the 3 roles of sending a proposal. So when you get the right job post, now you can take these 3 roles. So role number 1, make it short. It should be short and simple. Remember, a man of few words. You should be a man of few words is a man of action. So it's like the client, when he says you are a man of few words, he can know that you can provide or you can deliver well. So you have to be a man of few words, then direct to the point. Then another role is you should be client based. So you should always focus on the client. Most of us are like, you start describing yourself, then you forget about what the client needs and you send your proposal, not focusing on the client. Then rule number 3, you must call to action. You can't write a proposal, then you leave it that way without giving a call of action to the client. You can call the client to take an action of inviting you to an interview. So those are the 3 roles that we're going to look at. But before that, stay tuned. We're going to look at how to find the right job post for your skills. So guys, basically what we're going to look at the first place is how to get the right post as per your skill set. So you have to bid on the right job post so that you can be able to work on it with ease. Because if you risk and take a work that you cannot do, you might be risking to get bad reviews, and that won't be good for your profile. Because most of the clients always look at the profile together with the reviews that you got, so that it can help determine the kind of job that you do, and also if you will be able to accomplish their job. So first, you just come to search the type of job that you are looking for, depending on the niche. So if you are doing writing, you can search here writing, but for my case, my niche is on programming, so I'm going to search on JavaScript. So these 3 roles that I'm going to share with you, together with how to search on the right project, applies to all the niches. So it doesn't matter which niche you are in. So I'm going to search JavaScript. So let me search. Then notice that on the right hand side we have the filter. So you can filter based on the types of job posts that you want. So it's loading. There we go. So these are the job posts for JavaScript that are here. You can see we have them posted like 8 minutes ago, 10 minutes. So you can, the first then make sure that you come to the filter side and filter out the type of jobs you are looking for. So if you are a beginner, I really recommend you select the entry level jobs, because these are clients that are looking for beginners. So your chances of getting employed as a beginner in this job post are very high as compared to the expert level. So you can just select that. If you're a beginner, if you're an intermediate, you can select intermediate. Then another thing that I'll really suggest, if you're a beginner, start with the low budget projects, like the one less than $100 and maybe $100 to $500, because no one is ready to take huge risk to employ someone with a budget of close to 10k and they can't see your past works on Upwork. So I really recommend, if you are a beginner, start with the low budget ones. Then you can select the number of proposals. These are the number of proposals that are submitted to that post as per that time. So I really recommend you select either less than 5 or 5 to 10. So if you say like 5 to 10 people have submitted to this proposal, it means that your chances that the client will read your proposal will be higher than when you have a job posting with 20 to 50 proposals. But for my case, I always choose less than 5 because I always want to be the first one. So once you've done that, I think the next important thing that you should look at is the client info, whether the payment is verified or not. Because if the payment is verified, it shows that this client is willing or is ready to go on with the project. So your chances to get hired quickly after interview are really high. So I always select on this. Then once you've done that, you can come here and select the work that you can do as per your skill set that are going side by side with the filter. So you see the first, we have the $5, that is Firebase function and MySQL. This is just a simple task. So you can see these are $15 task, and we have less than 5. So projects like this with less than 5 people, it's high chances that you'll be picked for them because the proposals sent are very few. Like if I was to bid on a project right now, I could have selected on this. We have that $200 budget here, and it's for entry level, and you have that the client has spent like $300. So this means that the client has a history of hiring, thereby your chances to get hired are high. So I could also have selected this project. So let me select this. Then we see what we need to know that is inside the job post. So this is the job posting that is here. Then we have the requirements of the clients, the pricing, then the level of expertise, it's right here, then also the attachments. So make sure you go through all of this together with the attachments before you go on to submit a proposal. If there is an attachment, make sure that you go through them, because the client will know whether you went through them or not by the look of your proposal. So I'm going to try and bid on a project that I wanted to bid, so that we can go through it in a live way. So these are true projects that I'm bidding and I'm expecting to be hired. So let's proceed with that. Okay guys, so I was about to apply for a job and I thought I should use it as an example as I'm applying. So right now I'm applying directly from the Upwork site. So as you can see, this is a job posting and I'm going to use this as an example
you can see here there is a job description. So you must make sure that you read all of it so that you can know what the client needs, because some clients might want to know if you truly read it all. So some might get down here to verify that you read this. Kindly start your cover letter with confirm. Then if you've not started with the word confirm in your cover letter, then it won't be read. You'll just ignore it. So you have to make sure that you read all the requirements. Like of now, there's some links here that the clients want us to go through before we submit any cover letter or any proposal. So I'll have to go through these links. So I'm going to take like few minutes. I go through this, then I'll be back in a while. Okay, so finally I've gone through these links. So this is a programming based job posting, but whatever I'm going to use or whatever I'm going to share with you, you can use in any job posting. It can be writing, so it doesn't matter, where you can apply in any niche that you want. So first things first, I've read through the job posting and I've understood. So the first thing I'm going to do is to click here, submit a proposal. Then while submitting the proposal, I've said the first rule is to make it short, then make it client based, and finally call to action. So you shouldn't start explaining more details about yourself. I don't know, you went to which high school, which college. So the client is not interested much about you, but is interested to know if you are going to get the work done. So the most important thing is to show the client that you are going to get the work done. So another thing, before we go to the proposal, maybe we can check some other details here to see if we can find the name of the client. So you can imagine if you get an email, then it starts with your name, hello Paul. So it really catches your attention. You are like, are these people knowing me? So the same way, if you can find the client's name somewhere, maybe on the job posting or the previous works is done with other freelancers, maybe on the reviews, you can find some freelancers name them when they are giving them reviews. So you can find their names here. Like right here we have this, there's a freelancer that names this by name. So I'm going to take this name. So I'm just going to copy it. Then I'll paste it on my proposal, and make sure that each of your proposal are based with the client. So you shouldn't have a proposal that is a copy and paste. So we can come here. So according to the client budget, this is a fixed project. So I'm going to leave it as a fixed project. So I'll come down here in the cover letter. Then I begin hello. Then I'll enter the name right there, the name that I've got from the reviews of the previous freelancers. So let's say if you call someone by name, you get their attention. So we've written there, we've salute with the name of the client. So the next thing is to show the client how interested you are when you saw the post. So you can say things like, I got excited looking at your post because I find myself very much suitable for this work. Then you list the reason why you find yourself suitable. So like here I can just say, hello, when I saw this job posting, it really jumped out at me, or it got me excited, as I am good at Node.js. So you can see right here we've got the attention of the client by calling by name. Then the next thing we've done, we've shown our excitement to the client. Like, when I saw your job posting, it really got me excited, and I'm good in Node.js. So here we've given the reason why it got us excited. So the other thing is to focus on the client. So making it client side, this will be taken from the job posting. So just go to the job posting, get the keywordings. Like in this job posting, we get that it's about bug solving and updating the project that is based on Node.js, Python, and React. So you can just come here and include the stacks. So Node.js, Python, and React. Then I can include that I can solve bugs within few times, and also I can help in updating the software. So right here we've included what the clients want us to do for him or her in the second sentence. So you can see this is the main thing that the clients want us to do. Then since right here you can see please study the following pages, so it might be PDFs. They can include PDFs, they can include links. So right here they've included links, so we have to tell them that we had gone through the links. So I'll just come here so that they can see how interested we are. Is that we can include I went through the links in the job posting and understood very well the requirements. So after we've done that to certify that we went through all of the details in the job posting, now we have the last session. So we want to make it as short as possible. So the last session is to call to action. So now you can call to action. You just come here and say, invite me for an interview. We discuss how to get your project done. Okay, so we've called the client to action. You can write a good proposal, but then if you don't call to action, then the client might as well go to another proposal, because you can find maybe he has like over 50 proposals. So the thing is, some clients prefer like reading like 5, then they go back and distinguish which proposal meets the requirement. So you don't have to let the client go to another proposal. You just call them to action, that invite me for an interview. We discuss on how to get your project done. So right here we've called to action, and we've also shown that the project can be done. Then now we can give our regards. So the closing, so regards, then you include your name. Okay, so once that is done, you can check for spelling errors or any grammatical errors. Okay, we can change that. So once you've checked for grammatical errors, make sure that everything is checked. So right here we can say 1 to 3 months. So you can put the project length. Most of the cases you find the client has already stated the project length, so you just use it so that it can coincide with the one for the client. You just get it from here. So you just say, since the client has put this to 1 to 3 months, I'll also choose that as the project length. So 1 to 3 months. So once I've done that, I'm going to click submit proposal. Then I click continue. Okay, so we've successfully submitted a proposal on Upwork. So I just want us to go through the 3 points: make it short, make it client-based, and call to action. So I'll go to some of my past proposals that made me win jobs and also be invited to interviews, so that we can go through them together. So let's get started. So I'm going to the proposals that I sent before. So here on messages, you'll find the interviews that I have been invited, and you'll find that most of my tricks using the 3 rule, that is make it short, make it client-based, call to action. In all my proposals, I use that and they really work. So you can see, I'll show you over 2 of my proposals that I submitted. Within a minute, I got a response and I got invited to interviews. So I'm going to also elaborate that. So you can see this is an example of a proposal that I sent, and this is today on 24th of August 2021. So this is 5:17 a.m. By this time I was awake. I know some of you are sleeping, I'm just kidding. So you can see I just wrote a single line and that was it. I just said I am a node developer. I can help adding features into your application. Invite me for an interview. We discuss about how we can get your project done. So the first portion, I was introducing myself. Then the second portion, I was actually addressing what the client needs. Then the last one is the call to action. So number 1, you make it short, you make it client-based, then you call to action. Then I closed with the regards. So you can see this was 5:17 a.m. A minute didn't pass. The same time, 5:17 a.m., I got a hi, like welcome for an interview. So it was like a second and I get a feedback. So you can see a proposal like this, it makes even the work of a client to be easier on to decide whether to pick you or not. Because one thing you must know is that a man of few words is a man of action. So okay, the more shorter your words are, it's going to show the clients that this is a man of action. So that is another thing that I really follow. If you're a man of few words, then you must be a man of actions. So you go direct to the point, introduce yourself, go direct to the point on the client side, tell the client what you will offer to them, then call to action. Ask the client to invite you for an interview. Then you'll be good and ready to go. So this is one scenario. Another scenario, I got invited for an interview that was on August, the same month, on August 17th, 2021. So you can see this is August 2021 on August 15th. So this was 8:17 a.m., 8:37 a.m. And on the same time, a minute didn't pass. 8:37 a.m. I got an interview invitation. So you can see. So if you go through those three things, you can be sure that you'll get results. But if you do it on a good way. So what I just want to encourage you is that the first thing you should do, make sure that the post meets your skills, because if you bid and you get invited to a job that you can't do, you might be risking getting bad reviews, and that will harm your profile. So you should always focus on maintaining your profile so that it can be easier for you next time to get clients, as clients most of the time they check on the reviews. So if they get a bad review on your profile, then that will be a disadvantage on your side. So I guess that is it up to now, and my takeaway is that make it short, make it client based, call to action. Thank you. See you next time. Guys, wait. Don't go. I have a good surprise. I've been invited for an interview. So you can see this is the video recording that we made on the proposal, and I've just been invited with the exact proposal that we were using as an example. And I told you that I'll keep you updated, but imagine a minute didn't pass. I didn't even check. I'm just checking while I was going off with the recording, and you can see this is today, 24th of August 2021 at 3:35 p.m. on my time, and a minute didn't pass and I've been invited, and the guy is like, "Hi Paul, when will you be available? And also please share your work." I'm going to share my work, and I'll also tell the client when I'll be available. I'll keep you up to date whether or not I get this job, and I'll also keep you up to date throughout the whole process till I get this job done. So thank you. Stay tuned.
Okay guys, so I hope the 3 golden rules are going to help you in sending a winning proposal. So thank you. See you into our next video, whereby I'll be looking at creating a complete profile that is going to win you jobs. Thank you. See you next time.